EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, Ryan flushed out right. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, Ryan is going to float this one deep. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 38 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Breeze. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. To throw, it's Breeze. Rolling. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point. Let's go.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right. This is caught inside the 15. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 51 yards.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short game. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Right. 20. Gun. Get up.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Gun. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 21. Ready. 21.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The football going back over to the New Orleans Saints, and a team this year, Charles, that really took off after that Week 1 loss. For me, it all came together Week 9. You think back to that game when they beat the Rams, knocked off their undefeated streak to start the regular season. So now, are the Saints really Super Bowl winning contenders? I mean, do you put them in that category?
Oh, I certainly do, and I think people were wondering how they would respond this season after what happened to end last season, the Minneapolis Miracle, where they ended up giving up the touchdown pass in the last play of the game in the playoffs. And when it started losing at home to Tampa Bay, many wondered if their psyche had really been affected. But they've regrouped since then. The defense is really playing well. And then there's always Drew Brees that's worked very well for them.
Well, since you mentioned Michael Thomas, and we talked about that win over the kid, going to get the flip phone, Mr. Michael Thomas, channeling his inner Joe Horn from back in the day. On first down, Brees. Pressure brought in. Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's Brees. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Ready. Waiting. 21. 12. 12.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, That ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Now he's flushed out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Deion Jones in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
21.
Breeze now. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas from 19 yards away. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just give up the score.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready? Ready? Hey, Tuesday. Check. Lucky. 22. Go.
Throwing on 1st down. Ryan flushed out right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore right there on the coverage. He was draped all over it. Well, Week 12 in the NFL, also Thanksgiving week, and 3 games on Thanksgiving. We know about Chicago and Detroit, Washington, and Dallas. Don't forget about the 3rd and final game on Turkey Day, just as the early Black Friday shoppers are lining up. Atlanta and New Orleans.
And those Black Friday shoppers will be throwing serious elbows about the time this bad boy kicks off. Now, think about this weekend, or think about this Thanksgiving. It has the feel of a college rivalry weekend, doesn't it? Every game, intense rivalry. Chicago, Detroit, Washington.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And Thomas has it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
21. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
23 yards on the play. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Breeze again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Thomas, the intended target.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Get up!
After the interception, here's Ryan. Going up top. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Let's go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready. Gun. 20. Hey, Tuesday. Go.
Throwing again. Ryan looking deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. The dangerous Hill now to return. And now running right through it. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Breeze now on first down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And to the three. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's airing it up, and this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu, 43 yards. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. The extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. The return man is Hill. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
90, 13.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Watson has it right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Breeze. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing now is Breeze. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Ready. Ready. Got it. 21.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Got it. 13. 21.
Here's Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pick up there, 26 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Get set. Ready.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. The third down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on fourth down.
36. 11. 12. Monday.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Now the Falcons' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Go. 21. 12. Hey, wait. 12. 11. Get up. Let's go.
Now Ryan on second down. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. Wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now the pitch to Freeman. Freeman with a fast feet, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming? And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Shotgun now for Breeze. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Breeze. And Watson has it right side. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 21. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Ready?
Now Breeze got to have this one. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Matt Bryant of the Falcons set and ready to kick it off, and we are underway from Atlanta. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the play. Now a play fake here on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up fourth down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
They snap it to Newton. Able to, and he'll be hit from behind, and he is landed on hard. Grady Jarrett forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
Tuesday. Check three. Got it. Like 25. Right over there. Hey, gun. Hey, Tuesday.
Now Ryan on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson.
21.
Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
11. Hey, gun. 39. 54, South. Right.
On second down, Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, South. 22.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. He's got Sanu. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. 22! Space. Gun.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. He sets to fire deep. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 32 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, a nice spin. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Carolina takes the field again here. And, you know, I was thinking earlier in this game back to Super Bowl 50, that Carolina team that went 15-1, how great that squad was. I don't know that this year's version is as good as that, but they're starting to play more like that team, aren't they?
They certainly are, and then they've got an added element. I think they're a little more explosive and more positions than that team that was 15-1. What I mean by that is Christian McCaffrey can run it inside, but you get him out into open space and catching the ball, that gives you a whole different element than what they had before. Curtis Samuel starting to come along. The rookie DJ Moore at wide receiver. Devin Funchess and his ability to play over the rim and go over top of people and catch the football. And Cam continues to be Cam and will run the football, especially in short yardage situations. So I think this team is really coming together, and don't ever underestimate their defense.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap for Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13 and also a first down. Well, I think this is a free play for Newton. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Newton throwing again. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Hey.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Flushed out right. Got his target, Samuel. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Gun.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Hey, let's go. Ready, 25.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Third
and long. It's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he spins through. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. To throw on second down is Newton. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, here's Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tech McKinley able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Third and long, it's Newton. And he's going to go down again. Vic Beasley. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. On fourth down, the Panthers send out Michael Pilardi to kick it away. It's taken to the 26. A great regard. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here now come the Falcons. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now Ryan on second down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Newton steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime. The final shot before break. Newton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Mario Addison coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this one brought in by Sanu. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 20. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
20.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Changing topics here for just a second to look ahead to our Thanksgiving slate. You know, you got Chicago and Detroit early, but then, of course, Dallas late. And it's a rivalry game. They host Washington.
Yeah, and how great is that we're going to get that one on Thanksgiving, because they've given us some memorable ones throughout the years. And it's always interesting to hear just how intense this rivalry is.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. Here's Sanu on the catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to... This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are in for 6. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 78 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Gano for the extra point. A little surprising they wouldn't go for two, but this is up and good, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. The Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
11. 12. Left. Gun. Right.
To throw on 2nd down. Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, express. Right. 21. 21. Hey, gun. Ready, set.
Ryan. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Let's go.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
54, south. 280, sit on it. 280. Hey, watch this. Wait. Hey, south. 11.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
That is right. 280. 525. Hey, south. 11. Space.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Julius Peppers able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Hey.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brooks Reed in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. And this is going to be incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And Gano's kick is right through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
5-25.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 71 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, it could come back at you a long way.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Fielded about a... And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards. And now all of a sudden, the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit.
Yeah.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So that last penalty making this third down much more manageable. Third down, 4 yards to go. McCaffrey following the penalty. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. So how many practices have we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Extra point try good by Gano. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to the final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
The Falcons on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He's back to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
Get up!
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it